Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another DOKKAN battle video, and today we are going to do a showcase on Sealas, and we're also going to look at hearts. So, it's been a really busy holiday weekend for me, but I'm just cranking out a bunch of videos now, and I'm probably just going to spread them out like throughout the week, right? So I'm going to try to do a lot of these showcases are probably going to be dual showcases, just because there's literally like 15 units or something crazy to do. So I've got kind of a lot of these units kind of like link well together anyways, and they're going to be a part of the same showcases. So I'll kind of try to pair these up this way. But we're going to do Hearts and Sealas, because Hearts and Sealas, I would say Hearts is probably Sealas's best partner, other than like another Sealas transformed. But Hearts, you can very easily like transform the second Hearts and actually link them together. So we might do that a little bit in the video. But for the most part, I'm going to try to keep Hearts and Sealas together, right? So let's go ahead and look at Sealas's kit. So Sealas, he raises defense for 1 turn, does immense damage, and lowers defense. And then his passive is Ki +1, attack and defense 100. He gets an additional attack and defense 100 while performing a super. Artificial Life Form categories Ki 1 and attack and defense 20. And then Time Traveler category allies Ki 1 attack and defense 20. So he's also a support unit, which is very good, right? He has a high chance of evading the enemy's attack, including super, and he fuses when conditions are met. Like, dude, that's like super good. Like that he just has the built-in dodge, he's supporting, and he's going to be fairly offensive, right? Now let's take a look at his fusion. So his fusion is from the 5th turn. So it's just after the 5th turn, he can fuse. So there it is. And so after fusing, Ki +3 attack and defense 120, plus an additional attack and defense 120 while performing a super, plus an additional attack and defense 10% with each attack performed up to 30. Performs a crit when the enemy is an attack down or defense down. Launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super. Very, very good, right? In my Sealas right now, I actually don't like the way he's built. He's built with like a ton of crit. So I'm probably going to change him to more additional. And I haven't even put equips on him yet, so I'll probably do that after the video. But I'm thinking additionals for this guy. Because if we go back to here too, he does get a 1-turn defense raise, so I really think additionals are the way to go on him. Plus, he's got crit built in afterwards, so I think that's the way I would build him. Let's go ahead and look at Hearts. So, and by the way, my Sealas and Hearts are both max links. My Sealas is Rainbow, but my Hearts is 2 dupes, so I'm at 79% with Hearts. But they are max links, so they're going to be looking pretty good. So, Hearts, his leader skill is Dragon Ball Heroes or Time Travelers 170, and then 30% for crossover. So, the way that they build these units with Hearts, you're probably going to be wanting to mainly run a Dragon Ball Heroes team anyways. Now, I did do a team building guide for Hearts. And Hearts, what you're going to see in his passive is he wants to be around a full rotation with that is extreme and crossover. So as long as you're full Dragon Ball Heroes, you're going to have crossover anyways, right? What you can do that's kind of sneaky with Hearts, though, is you can run a rotation with both Heartses on the same rotation, only float crossover units, and then you could do another rotation that would be like 2 Time Traveler units. So you could do like a Goku Black Rose rotation, you could do like a Vegeta Trunks rotation, and it would still work, right? So that's something to keep in mind. So his super attack effect raises attack and defense for 1 turn, does immense damage, and has a medium chance to stun. Then he gets attack and defense 150, an additional attack and defense 50 while performing a super. He guards all attacks for 5 turns, so that's actually really good. Like starting out, he's going to be guarding. He gets an additional defense 50% while guarding. So for the first 5 turns, he's going to guard and then get extra defense, which is pretty good. And the thing is a lot of these events, even like red zones, a lot of them can be fairly short, right? So he might even get it for the whole fight in some events. Extreme class allies 1 Ki and attack and defense 30, plus an additional 2 Ki and attack and defense 20 for all allies and a medium chance to stun all enemies. When all enemies attacking in the same turn are extreme crossover category characters. So, very crazy, right? He's basically a 3 Ki 50% attack and defense support if it's all extreme crossover. Now, I've got a showcase recorded that I'm going to put out later at some point. It might be before, it might be after. But when you're running this guy as the lead, and you've got STR Supreme Kai of Time Brainwashed, basically every turn you have in Super Battle Road, you have a chance to just stun all enemies, which is crazy. And with like all of these stun all enemies characters, like you could just shut down Super Battle Road. So it's kind of like, this is like the Super Battle Road like craziness. So what I'm going to do is I have a video already with like a team showcase that I'm going to put out. I'm basically no item extreme super battle road time travelers actually quite easily with this team. And then when I showcase like Robel and Supreme Kive Time, I'm going to do their showcase in Super Battle Road because they really need to be there, right? But for this one, we're going to do Legendary Vegeta event, right? Now his transformation is super easy. Activated starting from the 3rd turn from start of battle if all allies are extreme class. So as long as you're on a full extreme team, he basically can transform almost immediately. Or you wait 5 turns if the character receives an attack 5 or more times in battle. So a little bit harder, but yeah, if you're running full extreme, he's going to get there. So now when he transforms, he does lose the support passive. So I typically like to keep the characters untransformed if they lose their support. But let's take a look at him here. So his super attack effect, he greatly raises attack and then raises defense for 1 turn, causes immense damage with a high chance to stun. So he's just stunning all over the place. Key 3 attack and defense 200, an additional attack and defense 50 while performing a super, launches an additional when all allies are extreme class, plus an additional attack 150 and disables enemies' guard when all allies in the same turn are extreme crossover. Attacks effective against all types when there's a Realm of Gods enemy. So, pretty good. He just becomes very offensive after transforming. So we're going to go ahead and check that out. But you can see here full level 10 links. And he has big bad bosses and so does Sealas. So you want to link him up with a big bad bosses character. And then we're just running a bunch of these extreme support class characters that we can run, right? So we're going to start with Sealas here. He's linking up with 3 links here with Poutine. Remember, he's not getting big bad bosses. So he's at 188k defense, but he is getting a defense raise on super. And he gets another 100% on super, right? So on super, he's going to be like 400k plus. So even though that starter turn doesn't look great, after supering, he's actually looking pretty good, right? We're going to leave him. Actually, I'll put him in the middle slot. Yeah, we'll take the 4 links. And he's at 200k defense when we activate Cold Judgment. So yeah, now he's definitely well over 400k defense. So that's actually pretty solid, right? Let's see what kind of damage. He is very heavily supported here. Although he's missing big bad bosses, this is still like a lot of support. The thing is with Hearts and Sealas also being support units, like there's just support everywhere. And it can just make these units look so good, especially someone like Sealas who gets stuff on super, right? So dude, 6.5 mil, which you might not think that that's crazy, but for a unit that has built-in dodge, that is supporting, like that's pretty darn good actually. I'll take that. And that's once again without big bad bosses. Alright, so now we've got 2 Heartses. Now here's what I'm going to do. I do want to get Hearts and Sealas together, but since I have both Heartses just like right here together, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave them like this for another turn, because what's going to happen is next turn I'm going to be able to transform a Hearts. I want to see 1 turn with like Hearts full links with support, and then what we'll do is we'll slide Hearts over to Sealas's rotation after. So we're going to see Sealas maybe a little suboptimal for a little bit, and then we'll bring Hearts over. So the one that's linked up, which is mine, 241k starter turn defense. He gets more defense on super. He's going to get 50% more defense after being hit, right? So, and the friend one here is rainbowed. He is also going to get the defense. And here's the thing, even after 5 turns, if you're going after a physical enemy, he's still going to get all that guard and that extra defense, which is pretty nice, right? And I will do a separate video on Cooler, Golden Cooler, but let's see what he's looking like here. Alright, so we're going to take a super here, but he's guarding. He got the extra defense, so about 4 mil. So Hearts initially won't put up crazy attack stats. Now this one wasn't linked, right? So let's get one that's linked up. But remember, Hearts is doing a lot. Being that he's a support unit, very good leader unit. Okay, we almost took him out there, but alright. So yeah, 4 mil, even linked up, right? So basically the rainbow on the other one compensated for the links. But he does have built-in additionals, which is something else you have to keep in mind, right? So it's very, very good right there. I'm okay with the 4 mil, considering everything else he's doing with the guard, the extra defense, support, right? He's got a lot of good stuff going. Okay, so right here now, we're going to get big bad bosses with aims. So we're going to put Sealas in the middle here. We're going to leave aims there. This is going to be actually a pretty darn good turn for Sealas. This is going to be one of his better turns that we're going to see in the video. So we're getting that right away. So yeah, Sealas is chilling at about 200k defense. Once again, getting a bunch of defense on super. Probably going to be in the 450, 500k defense range after supering, right? So let's go ahead and attack with aims. We'll do a different video on aims when we get time. We'll see. Basically, I didn't stress about getting all these heroes videos done because I was doing like Thanksgiving stuff with my family. So I'm just going to, these hero showcases, they're just going to be filler. Like anytime I have extra time, I'm just going to make these and they're just going to go out on my channel whenever they come out. Now I know Trunks and Vegeta is actually coming out tonight, the night I'm recording this. So we'll have to do some content on them. But I don't know that I'm actually going to pull for them, to be honest. they're like the best unit in the game, but like their banner was really bad on JP, so I don't know if I want to go for that. So Ames building up a lot of defense, dude. 3.2 for this free-to-play support. Ames is actually low-key very good. Very, very good. Not a bad unit at all. All right, what's Sealas doing here? All right, 6 mil. So once again, 6 mil attack stats, I'll take that for everything that Sealas is doing. And once again, we haven't seen him transformed, and we haven't seen Hearts transformed for like the more offensive phases, right? Now, next turn, we are going to see Hearts transformed. And I'm debating whether I should transform mine or the friend one. Because what I might do is I'm going to transform mine. And we're going to look at mine because that's like the showcase unit. And then I'll slide the friend one over to link with Sealas. And we'll focus on Sealas on that rotation. And we'll focus on my Hearts on this rotation. All right. So let's go ahead. We're going to transform my Hearts, which is the 79% one. But it's max links, right? Because the thing is the friend one doesn't have max links. So they're not getting big bad bosses, right? So we are for sure getting all 7 links here. 300k starter turn defense, and then the friend one's got 200k defense starter turn. So that's pretty good there. And we're getting a defense raise, so I think that's a 30% raise on super. And we're getting another 50% on super there. So we're getting what? We're going to be at the 450, and then another 30% on top of that. We're talking 550k defense. That's not bad. Now, he did lose the support passive, right? But yeah, this is where like Hearts will start to be hitting some pretty good numbers. Let's see what Hearts does here. And I do think, if I remember right, this Hearts I think has a small buildup, right? He's got to do additionals. So, or maybe I'm thinking of Sealas. All right, I'm thinking of Sealas. So we're all good. Okay. So he should be fully built up and ready to go. We are getting full supported here. So let's see what Hearts is looking like transformed. And we got, okay, about 7.8 mil. So, I mean, you know, I get what people are saying, like, right, these Heroes units are not like Gamma 1 and 2, right? But their numbers are still very good. Like, on the additional 8.5 mil, like, that's pretty darn solid right there, right? But you can't expect the Heroes units to be the best units in the game because they're guaranteed feed. Look at that, triple super. We just went 7 to 8 to 9 mil. So on that turn, we did what, like a 25 mil attack stat? I would say that's actually pretty darn good. That's really darn good. And then Sealas here, he's an auto transform, so we have no control over it. So he's going to transform here. But dude, these Heroes units are very, very good. And you have to remember, they're not Dokkan Fest. Essentially, they are quote-unquote banner units. So if you think of what like a normal banner unit is and compare them to these are like high-end banner unit level, right? And they do perform on Dokkan Fest level. They're just not the tippity top tier Dokkan Fest level, but they're very, very good. And I'm confident that Heroes can beat every event in the game. So if Heroes can beat every event in the game, they're very good, right? You just need to have the whole teams and have all that going, right? All right, so now we got Sealas here. I'm going to put him in the middle slot again. We're going to leave him with Ames. We're getting big bad bosses. He's at 237k starter turn defense. He is getting a little defense on super there. And he's getting 120 on super. Wow. 120 on super. So he's going to be like 600k defense after supering. Like, that's really good. That's really good. I mean, so what I'm seeing from Hearts and Ames is if you're in something like Red Zone, I think they're capable, like, well, they're, like, as long as they're type advantage, I think they're very capable. And even, like, you know, when you have the chance to dodge, like, that makes you viable in anything, right? As long as you can dodge. All right, so what are we taking here? So Ames taking some damage, that's fine. 3 mil here. All right, and what do we got from Transformed Sealas? What do we have here? 7.8, okay. Once again, it's not like, oh my gosh, Gamma 2 levels of damage, but that's like 7.8, like an 8 mil attack stat is good. And dude, I was really impressed with Hearts putting up that 7 to 8 to 9 mil attack stat, like triple super. Like, that was really clutch. So they can definitely put up damage. And I think my favorite part, it's the same thing I like about the Gammas, because people forget the Gammas are also support units. But my favorite types of leaders are units that are also support units. It's the big reason I always loved STR Cooler so much. So this Hearts for me is going to be a unit I like a lot. And to me, he is just the de facto extreme class Heroes leader, like, for a very long time. Just because he's also a support unit, I absolutely love it, right? I almost don't even have to, like, move the Hearts. because Sealas only gets 4 links with hearts, including Big Bad Bosses. So I think just leaving him linked up with Ames is actually fine, because we're getting Big Bad Bosses, and we're getting 4 or more links every turn with him in the middle slot. So I think I'm just going to keep these heartses together, to be honest, and just let it roll like this. And let's just get a couple more turns in. So yeah, let's just let my hearts attack here in slot 1. And let's see how many attacks we'll get. And then we got the other hearts in slot 2. The rainbow one now is getting Big Bad Bosses, because so I'm actually kind of curious. Actually, I don't want to heal. Do I want to do this? Sure, that won't take us out of Big Bad Bosses range. No, we're good. So let's see what the rainbow hearts in the middle does here with Big Bad Bosses, because he's been going without it, right? So 7.7, and once again, let's see, because on the additionals, it goes up a lot. Oh yeah, he's 8.3, and then if we got a third one, it would be 9. So I am very satisfied. Like, Hearts and Sealas, they're great. To me, they're probably 2 of the best extreme units of the bunch, which is part of the reason I wanted to do the video on them right away. But I think there's a lot of potential here, a lot of good units, a lot of good free-to-play units. Heroes is just fun. And, like, the celebration is so small, it went so fast. Like, the Trunks is almost coming too soon. Like, I'm not ready for it. I want to play around with these Heroes units more, which I'm going to continue to be able to do that, right? But, all right. So let's look at Ames even. Free-to-play unit, 370k defense. Like, dang. Looking pretty darn good there. I feel like Ames and Sealas should share more links, because Ames literally absorbed Sealas. Sealas literally absorbed Ames to become this form. So I feel like they should share more links, but they don't. That's okay, though. And then we got that AGL Toa from last year, who's actually still quite good. I like her as a floating support. Alright, so this might sting a little bit. But 371 is definitely solid. But this Vegeta can hit pretty hard. Yeah, 242 still. So we're definitely a little bit dicey on the health here, but that's okay. And then Ames has just been chilling at a solid 3 mil, which is fine. For a support unit, right? Alright, let's see what Sealas can do here. He's got type advantage, so this should be pretty good. Yeah, 8.8, so about a 9 mil attack stat. Like, are you kidding me? For like a banner unit? That's pretty good. So there's another 9 mil attack stat, so he's hit about 18 mil this turn. I would say that's very good. I think Sealas, to me, right now, I think Sealas and Hearts is kind of like the de facto, like one of your main rotations on the Extreme team. That's the way I'm feeling right now. Foo is also very good. My Foo is only 55%, unfortunately, and I don't feel like summoning more for him, but I think Foo's very good as well. The big problem with Foo, though, is he doesn't have Big Bad Bosses. So that, like, kind of puts him down a notch for me. I wish Foo had that, but he does not, right? I kind of want to just see what the friend one will do. Let's let the friend one take a hit here. Hopefully, I mean, we're guarding here, so I don't know that we would die from a super, but I want to try to get some tech orbs. I mean, I did bring items, right? But I kind of want to do this without items. Hopefully Vegeta doesn't just super right away. Okay, we're fine. And then 5.6. Okay. So 5.6 non-transformed as a support unit. I'll definitely take that, right? Alright, let's just do maybe like one more turn here, and then we'll call it good. We've pretty much seen everything we need to see. I mean, I'll tell you this right now. I would be curious to see what Sealas would take from a Final Flash after Super Rank. He would still take a lot of damage, but I think he would live it. Unfortunately, the only way I can heal here is to use a Princess Snake, which is going to add damage reduction. I kind of want to see what Sealas would take. I'm going to put Sealas in slot 1. Here's the thing. If we get supered before Sealas attacks, we're dead for sure. But I'm hoping Vegeta will super after Sealas does. So we're just going to take a gamble here. But I mean, nothing's really going to change here. We've pretty much seen the numbers out of these units. And I would say they're looking pretty good, right? I'll heal up as much as I can here. But really, if we get supered before, we're dead. So we'll just say that right now. Let's hope he doesn't. Ooh, 70k normals even. But this is type disadvantage. Okay, so even after super, we're probably going to die. But I want to see what he takes. He's for sure going to do double digits from normals after super, because he gets a lot of defense on super here, right? And with the support, it gets amplified. So I don't know. He's getting a ton of defense here. I would love for him to take a normal, see the double digits, and then take a super. And then the super probably still will kill us. But let's just see. I'm curious. Okay. Alright. Triple attack. No supers, though. Alright. That's fine. I want to see what he takes here. If he takes under 300k, that's really good. For type disadvantage. Oh, 620 out. Okay. So, Vegeta's still hitting pretty hard. But anyways, here's the thing. Like, a unit like Sealas, you wouldn't take type disadvantage into, like, a red zone anyways. But I'm fine with the numbers he's putting up. Once again, you can't expect them to be like Vegeta and Trunks level when they're on a banner that's guaranteed feature. You want to think of these heroes units as very, very good, kind of, I want to call them budget options because they're very easy to acquire. So I think for how easy they are to acquire, they are built very well, and they can keep up with modern content to an extent. So anyways, guys, let me know what y'all think of Sealas and Hearts. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.